Alaska, a lot of cool things are happening. Bald eagles are flying in the air. Orca! They're swimming in Prince William Sound. And there's big brown bears napping with good dreams about big fish and good times. Great things are happening in Alaska all the time. In the water, there's humpback whales. On land, there's mooks eating a good breakfast. And beautiful birds are flying in the air. The coolest animals are doing the coolest things right now. And we are going to see all of it. Well, at least most of us will. It must be time for another dream about the water. Everyone knows the oceans and rivers are full of water. Are they full of magic? Let's find out. Check out that jellyfish. Jellyfish cruise all over, eating little stuff like small fish and plankton. Oh my gosh, orcas. Orcas also swim in the water. Orcas swim in groups called pods. Some people call them killer whales, and they are the biggest dolphins. These are the males with a tall, straight fin. That's a female with a curved fin. The whole pod is led by a female. Her sons are the ones with the tall fins. They stay with their mom their whole life. Orcas are mammals, and they have to come to the surface to breathe air. Hey, listen! I wonder what it's saying. Some orcas in Alaska eat animals like seals, but most eat lots of fish. In the summer, there's lots of salmon. They have been way out at sea for years, but now they're back. Salmon have to swim upriver to the exact place where they were born so they can spawn. It's hard work, but they have to do it. they get there, they lay their eggs, and then new salmon can be born. That's why it's so important that the water stays clean and clear, so there can be lots of animals like salmon and orca, dolls, porpoise, beluga whales, and even walrus. Another jellyfish. And what's that? It's a stellar sea lion. They swim like ballerinas underwater. Look, they have little ears. Sea lions have strong front flippers, so it's easier for them to haul out on islands where it's safe. That's a male. Those are females. Resting on rocks is a warm thing to do. That water is cold. It looks like there's lots of sea lions, but not really. In parts of Alaska, they're endangered. Sea lions are disappearing, and nobody knows why. But it's probably because there's less good food for them to eat. Harbor seals are also disappearing. They used to be almost everywhere, but not anymore. One animal that's not disappearing is humpback whales. They were almost gone. But people don't hunt them anymore, so every year there's some more. Humpback whales have small dorsal fins, but everything else about them is really big. They have big blowholes and big, beautiful flukes. Look, that one's upside down on his back. That's its pectoral flipper. It's like a wing underwater. All summer long, humpbacks feed in Alaska. They dive underwater and blow bubbles to make a bubble net and trap fish called herring. They swim up from the bottom and breakfast is served. It's a good way to get a mouthful of fish. Between meals, humpbacks sometimes take time for other things, like playing around. After eating all summer, most humpbacks swim south to Hawaii. It's a long way and a lot of work, but that's where they mate and give birth. In the springtime, they will swim all the way back to Alaska. There's one group of animals that doesn't travel nearly so far. Do you know what they are? Sea otters. Sea otters spend most of their time eating, sleeping, and grooming. They don't have very much fat, so they groom all the time. Their fur is so good that their skin never gets wet. Hey, look, there's a sea otter with a pup. Sea otter pups ride on their mom's bellies. What a great way to travel. Sea otters eat stuff like mussels and clams. After a good meal, sea otters all get together. They wrap up and kelp so they don't drift away in the current and do one of their favorite things, sleep. It's a good life for a sea otter. It's also a good life for salmon, sea lions, humpback whales, and jellyfish. I know it's only water, but if we take care of it, there sure can be a lot of magic in there. Oh. I wonder what else is living in Alaska. Hey, is that a fish? A fish with hair? No, it's a bear. One bear could eat 20 fish in one day. Look at it go. Mostly, bears eat grasses and berries. Bears also eat animals like squirrels and even moose and caribou. And it's hard to pass up a good silver salmon. It's what bears need so they can live and play. Cubs play with the mom a lot and with each other. Big bears also play. Oh, cool. Polar bears. Polar bears spend the winter hunting. They walk on the frozen ocean, searching for seals to eat. It's what they need to live. Sometimes a little scratch on the ice also helps. There's one bear that likes it when the water isn't frozen. Thank you very much. And when the forest is green and healthy, like here in the Tongass National Forest. You guessed it, it's a black bear. There's a cub, 2 cubs. Hey, they're twins. They're just 3 months old. Black bears eat mostly plants and berries. Cubs eat plants too, but they also nurse from their mom. Black bears need healthy forests so they can find food to eat. It's what they need to live. In the winter, they don't eat much. They sleep. It's called hibernating. While black bears are sleeping, caribou are looking for food. Caribou eat all winter long because plants are the fuel that keeps their bodies warm. In the springtime, a lot of caribou migrate north. That's where their calves are born. These caribou calves are only 4 days old. Wow, look at it go! Running fast is a good way to stay away from bears and wolves. This is the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. In only 1 week, a lot of calves are born here. About 40,000. That's a lot. Every spring, caribou walk almost 300 miles to get here. They eat plants like cotton grass and flowers. It's what they need to live. Caribou males have big antlers. Females also have antlers, but they're not so big. Each winter, they fall off. Then new ones start to grow. There's one animal that has bigger antlers. You know what it is? Moose. Moose has the biggest antlers. They're made of bone. In the winter, they fall off. I bet that makes him happy. The new ones start to grow. Moose calves are born in the springtime. It's hard walking at first. A calf's mom will do almost anything to protect it. So always stay far away from little moose or any baby wild animal. Moose only eat plants, just like caribou do. In the winter, it's harder to find food. Moose are really big, and it takes a lot of food to keep them warm. If a moose doesn't get enough food, it can starve and get covered in snow. When the snow melts, the moose that died might become food for a hungry wolf. It looks like she might have pups soon. Gonna get some food to go. There's another animal that keeps a watch out for wolves. You know what it is? Doll sheep. Female sheep are called ewes. That's a baby, a lamb. The lambs are the males. Doll sheep live mostly way up high on mountaintops, where it's hard for bears and wolves to get them. Grasses and leaves are their favorite foods. Doll sheep have beautiful horns. They are made of keratin, just like our fingernails. Each year, they get a little longer. They have big brown eyes that are spread far apart, just like moose and caribou have. That way, they can see almost all the way around them. And there's lots to see up here near the top of the world. There's lots to see all over Alaska. So if we're quiet and patient, we will see so many cool animals, like coyotes, porcupines, and even muskox. And as long as they have wide open spaces and lots of food to eat, there will be great animals walking all around forever. Oh, cool. I know what kind of animal that is. If I had sharp eyes like an eagle. If I had powerful wings, too. I would fly all over Alaska. I would fly over the lakes and forests in southeast. And I would fly way up north over the Arctic refuge and over the caribou. Then I'd fly over Augustine Volcano, right in the middle of Cook Inlet, with humpback whales and sea lions swimming all around. I sure like being a bird. The only question is, which bird should I be? There's so many. I could be a falcon, a peregrine falcon, a puffin. Look, it's got a fish. Look at all those shorebirds. They are western sandpipers. That's a red-faced cormorant. Cool. Loons. Oh yeah, snowy owl with a chick. In the winter, it gets real cold in Alaska. there isn't much food, so most birds fly south. But some stay, like bald eagles. They spend all winter here. Wow, I see 10 eagles. No, wait, there's more. In the springtime, the sun comes back and everything starts growing again. There's new plants and flowers everywhere. It's a good place for hungry bees and hungry birds. Here they come. In the springtime, millions of birds fly to Alaska. Snow geese come from Mexico. Swallows fly from Central America. And Arctic terns fly all the way from Antarctica. That is over 10,000 miles away. Some shorebirds can fly from California to Alaska in 2 days. Sandpipers eat stuff in mud flats. They eat tiny animals that hide just under the surface. Sandpipers need muddy places like this that sometimes look yucky to us. But to sandpipers, it's where there's food. Sandpipers can really get their feathers moving. And they fly like this in big flocks. It makes it hard for predators like peregrines to catch them. Well, look at that go! Adult peregrines are really good flyers, but not at first. When they're chicks, they can hardly stand up. Chirping is how they call their mom. Their parents catch little birds to feed them. It's a good meal for the chicks. All birds start as eggs, then they can become chicks. These ducks are just 1 week old. Soon, they will be swimming in the water. Just like these spectacled eiders. All eiders and ducks need wetlands like this. It's where they find plants to eat. All birds need places to find food. Woodpeckers need healthy forests. Snowy owl chicks need clean and open tundra, so there can be food to catch. Better find some more. Snowy owls eat little animals called lemmings. When there's lots of lemmings, there's lots of snowy owls. When chicks get big enough, they go check out the tundra. This is where lemmings live. When the tundra is clean and open like this, there can be lemmings and snowy owls. Going for a fish? Got it. It's a good meal for the chicks. As long as the waters are clean and there's lots of fish, bald eagle chicks can grow and grow and grow until they learn to fly. They become beautiful birds and start flying all over Alaska. So many birds live here. All they need is clean water and lots of land for food. Then there can be birds everywhere. The only hard part is deciding which one is my favorite. I think I love them all. Now we have seen just about everything there is to see. No, not really. In Alaska, new and cool things are happening all the time. Glaciers are calving. Look, up in the mountains. There's food on the tundra. A place for puffin. There's bears in there. Oh yeah, I know what's in there. It's all happening every minute of every single day, even if we're not here to see it. As long as we take care of our water, and as long as we take care of our land. We won't ever run out of cool things to see in Alaska. Ha! Walrus! They're my favorite. Polar bears. They're my favorite too. If they fly in the air, swim in the water, or walk on the land, they are all my favorites. And there's so many. I think I want to see them all again, right now. Well, maybe after another nap.